Hey, what's up, Nightfarers, and welcome back to another episode of Nightreign Ball Z. So in this episode of Nightreign, we will be using two Ironeyes to take on the Everdark version of the Gaping Jaw. And right now we are fighting the Gaping Dragon. Running theme in this video, we will be just fighting tons of dragons apparently. Spoilers, maybe I shouldn't have told you, but stick around to the end to see what happens. And if you haven't done so already, be sure to leave a like on the video. If this is your first time visiting this channel and you enjoy content like this, be sure to consider subscribing. And the person I'm playing with is pretty freaking good at the game. As you can see, he is using a melee weapon because it turns out you don't have to just use bows on Ironeye. Once you get comfortable with Ironeye, you can use any dexterity or arcane weapon. So if you see that, pick it up and make good use of it. You don't have to though if you're not comfortable with dodging, but it's just Ironeye's dagger dash mark move is so good because it gives iframes and you don't even have to worry about targets getting you, and it puts that mark on them which staggers and stuns them and does a lot of damage to them, as you may know. So I probably don't even need to explain that, but just take my word for it. Use the dash move as Ironeye. You don't have to use melee weapons, but if you feel comfortable and as you get better at the game and as you get comfortable at dodging certain enemies' attacks, you can do it. You can do whatever you want in Nightreign. In some ways, Nightreign is actually better than Elden Ring because of certain things, but I'll get into that in another video. Number one though, it does have Ironeye, and Ironeye is a heck of a lot of fun to play as. I said the H word. That's right, I said it. I said heck. And right now I am getting buffed by the perfume. Hopefully they put a perfumer in this game. That would be kind of fun actually, that he was using. Uplifting aromatic, I believe, is the one that gives you the bubble shield, and it's pretty cool. But right now we're fighting the red-eyed bell-bearing hunter. You have been playing any amount of Nightreign. Whenever you see this dude in the basement, usually run, but it's okay. We got Ironeyes right there, and he just burst my bubble, so I'm gonna have to burst his bubble since he broke mine. And it's fine right now. We're doing good damage to him, so we're gonna stick down here and we're gonna stick it through. And Ironeye players, if you are brand new to Ironeye, always try to, when you can, put his dash mark move on it. It makes the enemy take so much more damage, and it is amazing. And it staggers them sometimes out of attacks and stuns them and does stance damage. And it's just wonderful because when the enemy is stunned or stance broken, he can't do damage to you. And look at him just asserting dominance on the bell-bearing hunter. That's right, bro. Let's get it. All right, he's got another uplifting aromatic, and we are about to lift this boss off the plane of this castle. We're about to throw him over the side of it and teach him a little lesson, this little deer monster. He is weak to holy. Right now I'm using poison on my bow. That's probably a no-no, but it is whatever because we are still doing decent damage to him. And yeah, and the teammate's using rod, I believe. He's using like a rod thrusting sword. What is that called? The Antspur rapier or something like that? Anyway, I had to hit him with the ultimate. I had to do it to him. And this guy has red eyes too, so if we make any mistakes, we are going down hard. What's up with all these red-eyed enemies that the game is giving us right now? Enemies? Enemies! I'm leaving that in. Why not? Anyway, dear guy, ancestral follower guy is going down. Ancestral spirit, should I say. And let's pose on him. We got to pose on him because we did that. We did that. Let's see what the loot is real fast. Ooh, Bolt of Grand Sacks. A legendary weapon. Let me put that into my inventory with the quickness, with the speed. And let me see, what should I get rid of? Should I get rid of the flooring sword? Should I get rid of the axe? Let me get rid of the axe for right now. And now we are going to head to the next area we're gonna get right to it, move on our way before the storm swallows us up, and see if we can get a little bit more runes on the way to the final circle. We did pretty good. I consider being level 12 already on night 2 not bad at all. That means we're probably gonna finish this run at level 13 or 14, which isn't bad for business at all. I'm gonna try to get a jellyfish shield if I get lucky. So if you see jellyfish in this game, unlike Elden Ring, all jellyfish have a chance to drop the jellyfish shield, and the jellyfish shield is amazing on Ironeyes because you just put it in one hand, buff yourself, and get extra free damage. You know, who doesn't like extra damage against these spongy bosses sometimes? Let me see what's on that bow right there. That bow sounds kind of good. Adds frost, so I can do frost and poison, and that boss won't be liking that at all. He's already weak to frost. He's weak to poison. So, but I think this version of the Gaping Jaw, he never stops to spit the poison out like the regular version of the Gaping Jaw. So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And we are fighting, big surprise, another dragon. The end boss is a dragon too, if you didn't know. Now you know. Inhale, exhale with my flow. It might be worth it actually to activate the shifting earth for the mountaintops of the giants, the mini one, because at the top of the mountain you get an anti-dragon effect when you interact with the jewel or gem of the mountain or whatever it's called. You can get this power that gives you more damage to dragons. I don't remember if it's 15% or 20%, but whatever it is, it gives you a leg up on the competition being the Night Lord boss at the end of the match. And I should have rolled that. Whenever you see the lightning coming towards you, roll towards the pillar of lightning. Just like when Fulgor launches his air attack at you, where you see like a bunch of wind, like a wind attack, just roll towards it, roll through it. Okay, anyway, here we go. The boss is coming for me. I'm gonna not roll that. Apparently I thought I pushed the roll button. I swear I pushed the roll button, but I didn't. But I did shoot him in his tail, and that made him drop down a little bit earlier. It would have been epic if he would have fell down on his back and started kicking his legs out and screaming in pain. But you know what? A W is a W, so I'll take that. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have a new microphone. Hopefully it sounds a little better than the other microphone. The other microphone's a little bit cheaper, but a friend got it for me when I was having to repair my car, so I had to spend all my money on that. Hopefully no more car repairs anytime soon. That would be nice. So anyway, here is the last boss, the epic Everdark. The only one I haven't beat. I beat Fulgor, I beat Sentient Pest, but the first time around this guy pissed me off so much that I didn't even try him no more. Like, I had fought him like 5 times straight, and I don't know what it is about this boss, but we just died. Every single time I fought Gaping Jaw Everdark, we just died. The regular version, he's also nasty, and some of his AoEs I have a hard time avoiding. I still don't feel comfortable fighting him in melee range with anybody other than Wilder, or better yet, Raider is better for fighting him in melee range. But here we go. Here's that BS grab of his that I failed to dodge. I thought I had pushed the slide button to apply the mark on him, but it didn't. But hey, I'm alive, so he's doing a little bit less damage than I remember him doing the last time that he got me in that grab. That's like usually an instant down right there, and there's nothing you can do about it. But look at that damage, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that amazing damage, and he's freaking out, bro. Bro is crashing out over there. Bro is flabbergasted. So at this point in the fight, you want to run away from the AoE. Right now, I took a little bit of damage, and you're going to look for the little gusts that develop towards the edge of the tornado. But unfortunately, I was taking too long to get outside of the tornado, and it formed right on top of me. So I went down like an idiot. So that happens. That happens. This is a weird boss mechanic that they made for this Everdark version, and the one Everdark boss that I'm not looking forward to at all whatsoever is Libra. Libra is already hard enough as it is. I figure I figure I think of Libra as the hardest boss besides the last boss, Heelster, or whatever his name is. Anyway, he's fun, but he is hard too. And look at this absolute Giga Chad right here, just soloing the boss, just not a care in the world, with a melee weapon on Ironeye. Who does that? He's like, bro, I got this. You could just lay down, take a break. I got it. And he decided to res me just so he didn't have to show off the whole time. But he was gonna do it. He was gonna get it done. Like, I didn't even have nothing to worry about. Like, I was like chilling. I was like just clapping, just cheering him on, eating a thing of popcorn at this point. But whatever, he got me up, so I'm gonna do a little damage and hopefully not go down anymore this match. At this point, the boss is below 50% health and like adrenaline is pumping in my veins and I'm ready to be over with this. So I don't want to screw it up. I'm gonna try to save my ult for if he goes down. It doesn't look like he's gonna go down anytime soon. So maybe I'll use it when the boss gets to 25%. This is my logic when I get my ult during one of the Night Lord fights. It's like, should I use my ult? Will it be beneficial if I use it right now, or should I use it later when it's needed? Or like if there's an attack that I don't feel comfortable dodging, I'll just use the ult. Right there, he stopped the boss. He interrupted the boss from doing his crash out attack. It looks like he's still gonna summon the tornado anyway. So, but this time I made it outside of the tornado's edge before I took a bunch of damage. Last time I wasn't so lucky. So that is the mechanic. Whenever he forms the tornado, you're going to run and you're going to jump up the spirit spring and land back in the middle of the tornado. Because this is a tornado because of the way that it's spinning. It's not a hurricane. At least I don't think it is. Anyway, here we are. He's almost at 25% and I'm going through my head right now. I'm thinking, should I just use my ult? Should I just use it to take off a big chunk of his health? What should I do here? And I just pull it out. I pull it out because I knew I was about to go down. So there's no shame in pulling it out when you're, afraid that you're not going to be able to avoid the boss's attack. So at least in my case. In your case, maybe it's something different. Right here, he tried to grab me, and thankfully I was able to get out of it like a pro, like an absolute pro. Like an absolute pro gamer. And then I get caught in his AoE, which really sucks because I was like, please don't scrub it up for this guy. This guy is so good at the game, and I feel like I'm just like scrubbing it up right now. But we're doing fine. He's a little bit low on health, and I'm like, no, don't get hit one more time. Please don't pick me up. Just kill the boss. Don't pick me up. I'm fine. Leave me on the ground. I want you to win. And he decided to pick me up because I only had 2 bars. So it is what it is. So at this point, I'm like, there's no way I'm going down again. I have no more pots. So I put down a healing stone, and there it is. Yeah, and he uses his ult to finish off the boss in a very dramatic fashion. And that is my first win of Everdark Gaping Jaws. Thank you for watching.